We'll leave it late this past weekend to remain tip at the top of the table. Forest continue to apply some heat. But what on earth's got wrong with Arsenal and Manchester United? They're still shit. We'll talk about that and more next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. Today it is match day number 23, that's right, in the Premier League, and we'll get to it in a second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe and you want to subscribe for Blackburn Rovers, Premier League, World Football. We're going to all here under one roof here. Is still Liverpool tip at the top of the table. Forest are in second alongside Arsenal. Goal difference separate the two sides. But what on earth's gone wrong with United? What's on earth gone wrong with Arsenal? We'll take a look at all of it in a second. If you knew where you've been, hit the old subscribe. And of course, big shout out to the members. Big shout out to the Patreons. You know who you are. So what we're going to do now, though, is revisit those last round of games with a little bit of a disclaimer. We'll get to that in a minute. Bring you bang up to date with the table and, of course, kick on forward to the next round of games. Now, I am doing this ahead of the Monday night and ahead of course, Ipswich, Manchester City. But realistically, you know, we're going to carry on regardless. I can't, I'm out and about here, so I'm going to get my videos out while I can. So let's kick it on and show you what I'm talking about. Alrighty then, folks, let's turn the clock back to this past weekend and have a little look at the games and my picks. Here you go. Of course, Newcastle United absolutely thumped by Bournemouth. Eddie Howe's boys doing his old club a bit of a favour. Meanwhile, the Hammers under Graham Potter, they lost under Glasner Ball, 2-0 win in the end. Leicester under Rude, they look lost at sea here. They're going down. Meanwhile, Brentford held Liverpool late, 0-0 until the bitter end. But Liverpool coming out top with a 2-0 win. Arsenal and Villa, 2-2 in the end. Brighton, 3-1 winners over Manchester United. Forest nearly shit the bed there. 3-2 win over Southampton. Sake says for Everton, they did get the win under David Moyes. 3-2 win in the end. That's where I can leave you guys. I've got no more updates on the other ones. But of course, the table looks a little bit like this. As you see, it is Liverpool. It is Arsenal. Man City potentially could climb up as high as 4th. So they could be right back in the thick of things should they get the W in good time, which will probably be happening. And again, if it is happened, I will update the table before we pump this video out live. Going down, though, it is Southampton, it is Leicester, it is Ipswich as of right now. But it can all change this week. Get a busy old match week. Of course, I cannot give you an update with the Super Brew, but just keep on doing your thing. I should be back in the old studio next week. So hopefully give you all updates on each and every one of those leagues. So this is the next round of games, guys. Coming at you right here, right now. And again, I am on limited resources. So let's get into it. In fact, I've got to do a little bit of a jiggery pokery. So stand by, hold it, hold. Alrighty then, folks, let's turn the clock back. Alrighty then, folks, I'm looking forward to the next round of games, and we've got them around about over here, perhaps, depending on how I edit. It should be over here, of course. I can. It is a. Alrighty then, folks, let's look forward to the next round of games, and they should be right about here, of course, on the screen. That's right. I'm going to have to do it a little bit of a cheap way this week. Again, I don't have all my tools, all my stuff, but we're going to go for it. We're going to start with a trip to Anfield. It will be Liverpool. It will be Ipswich. It's coming at you over on the 25th of Jan, which, of course, is a Saturday. All eyes on this. Of course, early kickoff. Is it an early kickoff? It looks like it could be an early kickoff. Oh, it's a regular 3 o'clock kickoff. What am I talking about? Alrighty, folks, let's look forward to the next round of games. And we're going to start with a trip to Anfield. That's right, Liverpool up against Ipswich. 3 o'clock kickoff. Arnie Slots boys, top of the table. 67% form for them right now. 1 defeat in the last 6. They are in Champions League action this week, so that could dampen or even strengthen their form heading into this one. Ipswich, of course, coming into this, I am doing this ahead of the Man City game, so I don't know what goes on with them. Maybe they're on the back of a win, or maybe they're on the back of a heavy defeat. Who knows? But Ipswich under Kieran McKenna, they're, of course, in the relegation zone right now. 42% form for them coming at you. And have played Liverpool 10 times since 1994. 7 wins. Liverpool 2 wins. Ipswich 1 draw between the two sides. The last time I played over at this very venue, it was in the EFL Cup. It was back in 2002. Liverpool coming out on top 5-4 on penalties. The last time they played each other in the league, though, was in the Premier League back in May 2002. 5-0 winners it was for Liverpool back then. Of course, back in Portman Road, it was a 2-0 win for Liverpool early in the season. That was, of course, the first day of the season. What a rude awakening it was for Ipswich. 10-1 on is your Liverpool, 40-1 is your Ipswich, 11-1 is the draw. I'm going with a 3-0 win. Liverpool take the points, again keeping the heat, and look destined to become Premier League title winners once again. Let's go to Wolves. It's Molineux, it's Arsenal. It's coming at you on the 25th of Jan as well. Victor Pereira's boys, 17th for the table, 16 points for the campaign, just one win though in the last 4. Of course, he started off great as coach. Now, of course, things are going a little bit tough. Just 16 points for the season. Up against Arsenal under Mikel Arteta, also one win in the last 5 for them. They've actually got lesser form than that of Wolves right now. Second in the table, 44 points for the campaign. Also in Champions League action this week, 23 times they've played since 2003. Just 3 wins Wolves, 17 wins Arsenal. There's been 3 draws between the two sides. The last time they played over at Molineux was a 2-0 win for Arsenal, who've won at least 6 on the bounce. And they also picked up a cheeky 2-0 win at Molineux on match number 1 back in August. Arsenal, of course, favoured here, 9-4 on for the victory. 11-2 is your Wolves, 50-4 is the draw. We are going with another Arsenal victory. It might not be big, might not be impressive, but a 2-1 win keeps them into contention for at least second spot heading into this weekend, or heading out of this weekend's drama. Meanwhile, Brighton of Albion up against Everton. That's right, Brighton on the back of that big win over Manchester United. Everton on the back of that win over Spurs. Brighton under Fabian Husler are 9th for the table. 3 wins on the bounce, so then 34 points for the campaign. Up against Everton under David Moyes, 16th for the table, 20 points for the campaign. 2 wins now in the last 3 matches. Now they played each other 15 times since 2017. We've got 5 wins Brighton, 6 wins Everton, 4 draws between the two sides. The last time they played at this venue, it was a 1-1 draw way back in February 2024. The reverse fixture at Goodison, 3-0 win it was for Brighton, who've just lost once in the last 6 against Everton. That loss was at the Amex. It was a 5-1 win for Everton way back in May 2023. Looking at the odds right here, right now, we're looking at Brighton 13-8 on for the victory, 29-10 is the draw, 92 is your away win. That is Everton. We're going to go with a draw, I think, on this one. Yeah, point apiece. The Moyes' boys, massive win against Spurs. I think they'll just tick it on a little bit, just get something out of it, and then hopefully steer them towards safety. Well, what have I done here? Can I go back? I can't go back. It's there on the thing, but you were going to expect it. We'll talk about it anyway. It is Southampton. It is Newcastle, and it's coming at St Mary's. It is the 25th of Jan. Southampton under Ivan Juric. 5 defeats in the last 6. They're rock bottom with just 6 points all season long. Up against Newcastle under Eddie Howe, just 1 defeat in the last 6. That 1 defeat was the last game, surprisingly so, against Bournemouth at St James's Park. But they're 4th in the table, 38 points for the campaign, and played Southampton 49 times since 1993. There's been 16 wins Southampton, there's been 24 wins for Newcastle, there's been 9 draws between the two sides. The last time they played at this venue in the league, it was a 4-1 win for Newcastle way back in November 2022. They did play each other in the Carabao Cup semi-final at St Mary's back in January 2023. It was a 1-0 win for Newcastle. Regardless, I'm just delaying the inevitable here. They've won 6 on the bounce, if not more than that, including a 1-0 win on match number 1 at St James's Park. The odds right here, right now, of course, looking at it, Newcastle are 9-4 on for the victory. You are favoured. 5-1 is your Southampton. 4-1 is your draw. Going with a 2-0 win. It's on the screen right about now anyway, so there you have it. Let's go to the next one. It is Bournemouth. It is Nottingham Forest, of course, 2 sides who just continue to defy the odds. That's right. Bournemouth are in 6th, 37 points for the season. They're unbeaten in I don't even know how long. At least 6 on the spinners, but more than that. But they've won 3 out of the last 4. 75% form for them right now. Nottingham Forest under Espirito Santo, 92% form for them right now, winning 5 of the last 6. 3rd in the table, 44 points for the campaign, and they've played each other 20 times since 2005. We've got 8 wins Bournemouth, 4 wins Forest, 8 draws between the two sides. The last 2, though, have ended up all square. In fact, 3 of the last 4 have ended up as draws here, with the one and only victory being that from Bournemouth against Forest back in December 2023, last season at Nottingham Forest. Reverse fixture this campaign, it was a 1-1 draw back in August, match number 1. What do we got on the odds for this one? We're looking at Bournemouth 21-20 for the victory, 27 is the draw, 9-4 is your away win. This one's tight. This one's very, very tight. I may have gone with a draw. I can't remember what I went with. I think, yeah, I have gone with a draw, point apiece. Which, you know what, Bournemouth are just surprising us all. And see, Bournemouth, coach, manager of the year contender, realistically. But it's going to go to Nuno Espirito Santo for sure. You've got to take him out of the equation for matey boy to win it. Because those 2 teams have just been the surprise packages of the Premier League. If Forest weren't doing it, Bournemouth would get all the glitz and the glamour. But Forest, all right, rightly so. I did say, I did do an updated prediction video, and I kind of might have shot myself in the foot here because Forest just continuing to do their thing. Meanwhile, the game of the round, or the game of the week, should we say, is Man City up against Chelsea, coming at the Etihad. City under Pep Guardiola recently signed a new contract himself, tied down Haaland for the next 10 years. Played each other 9 times. City are in 8th as of right now. They are playing Ipswich as we speak. 35 points for the campaign. Up against Chelsea, playing on Monday night. 42% form for them right now. Just 1 win and 6 has gone off the boil for Chelsea at the moment. They're down to 5th, 37 points for the campaign. They played each other 67 times since 1993. 29 wins apiece and 9 draws between the two sides. The last time played at this venue, it was a 1-1 draw back in February 2024. The reverse fixture was a 2-0 win for City back in August, match number 1. The odds for this one, though, City are 11-10 on for the victory. 5-2 is the Chelsea. 3-1 is the draw right here, right now. We're going with, I think I'm going with a City victory here. I think they've turned a corner. They're signing some players. They're getting a little bit stronger. But realistically, it's still going to be a bit of a bad season for them. They should still make top 4 at the end of the day. Meanwhile, Crystal Palace up against Brentford on Sunday, January the 26th. Coming at Selhurst Park. Crystal Palace under Glasner. He just loves the winter, doesn't he? Unbeaten now in the last 6 games. They're 12th for the table, 27 points for the campaign. Up against Brentford under Thomas Frank. 1 win in the last 6. 10 times they've played since 2009. 1 win for Palace, 2 wins for Brentford. It's been 7 draws between these two sides. Last time around, of course, it was a 2-1 win for Brentford. That was the reverse fixture on match number 1. The last time they played at Palace, though, 3-1 win it was for Palace. Prior to that, at least 4 draws on the spin. That's right. Palace, though, looking good right now. 21-20 for the victory. 23-10 is your Brentford. 11-4 is that draw. Going to go with Palace here. I just think they've turned a massive corner, and that top 10 finish could still be on the cards here, because look at the likes of Spurs, look at the likes of Manchester United. They're all doing dog shit right now. Speaking of Spurs, they're next up against Rude's boys. And this is must win for Ange, unless he's been fired already. Busy week for them as well, with European action as well, but Angie's boys are 15th for the table, 24 points for the campaign, back-to-back defeats. Up against Leicester, 1 win in 6, they're 19th for the table, 14 points for the campaign. They played each other 39 times since 1994, 17 wins Spurs, 15 wins Leicester. It's been 7 draws between two sides, including a draw last time around, which was match number 1 at the King Power. 1-1 it was. The last time they played, though, at this venue was a 6-2 win for Spurs back in September 2022. Will he be here? Will he be gone? Who knows? I love Ange, but of course this does look like it could be a tall order. He's still in the cups, though, still in 3 cups. He could deliver triple cup threat action, but suck of the league. 94 on is your Spurs. 92 is the draw. 92 is your away win here, but Spurs will win this one. I know I've been saying that for the past couple of games, but they'll win this one. 2 winners over Rude and this draws boys. Meanwhile, Aston Villa up against West Ham United at Villa Park, coming at you this 26th of Jan. Unai Emery's boys are clicked into gear right now. They're 7th for the table. They're 36 points for the campaign. Unbeaten in the last 5. Up against Hammers, the Graham Potter. It's not really working out just yet, is it? Just 1 win in 5. 14 for the table, 26 points for the campaign. They played each other 53 times since 1993. 16 wins Villa, 15 wins West Ham, 22 draws between the two sides. The last time they played over at Villa Park, it was a 2-1 win for Aston Villa back in the FA Cup. It wasn't that long ago, in fact. 2-1 winners it was for Villa. Last time they played each other in the league at this venue. It was a 4-1 win for Villa back in October 2023. This will be the 3rd time they played. The previous time, of course, in the league was a 2-1 win for Villa as well. They are unbeaten against Hammers over the last 5. 3 wins, couple of draws to boot. The odds right here, right now, Villa 7-4 on for the victory. 92 is your West Ham. 3-1 is the draw. We're going with a 2-1 win. Aston Villa taking the points and move the chains. And finally, this Fulham. It's Manchester United at Craven Cottage. Of course, Fulham under Marco Silva, 10th for the table, 33 points for the campaign. Just 1 defeat in the last 6. Up against Manchester United, 13th for the table, might be worse than that. 26 points for the campaign, 42% form, just a couple of wins at the last 6. 39 times they've played since 2001, just 4 wins Fulham, 29 wins for Manchester United, 6 draws between the two sides. The last time they played at this venue was a 1-0 win for Manchester United back in November 2023. The reverse fixture, also a 1-0 win for Manchester United back in August. The odds right here, right now, despite the shit of form and the shit of everything at Manchester United, 29-20 is your Fulham, 15-8 is your Manchester United, 23-10 is the draw. I think I'm doing it. Going with a 2-1 for Manchester. I'm going crazy. Backing Man United, backing Spurs. It's the definition of crazy, doing the same shit over and over again and hoping for something different. Can Spurs and Manchester United, of course, prove that I'm not crazy? Well, we'll have to find out. that is it, guys. Make sure you get your predictions in. Of course, looking forward to coming back to the studio. And, of course, getting back up to date with the Super Brew. That is it. Subscribe, smash the like. Catch you later. Until then, guys and girls, we are done.